Oh, that's a phrase. Julius has his orders, unpleasant though they may be. As per Lord Quintus' instructions, I am to supervise you during your time here in Viterum. Before you ask, no, I don't have the key or any other means to remove your collars. Nor would I tell you if I did. Try anything, you'll soon wish you had. So do you truly intend to speak with the others, or was that merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintus, if that's what you mean. Or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision? Do as you will, but remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats and the like, those shot collars will be the least of your worries, understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation. Above all else, don't use magics of any sort. What if I use clemency? You, on the other hand, may go wherever so you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alphino and Alize will pay the price. Alphaze. You came with Julius, didn't you? Well, whatever business brought you here, best you keep your hands off that aetherite. It's deactivated, but I'd rather you didn't mess about with it. There are others throughout the city, but by Garleans, 4 Garleans. Could teleport all over in the blink of an eye, provided there was a terminal nearby. These days, however, we use the aetherite's power to keep this place lit. You know, that comes at the cost of its normal function. Nice bed. Nerd. Radio is the same model as the one used at Victor's spoils. Perhaps this would save the soldiers here from being tempered. I know who you are. The so-called champion of Eorzea. Come to gloat, have you? Wipe that smirk off your face. By the blood of our fallen compatriots, I swear I'll... Ugh. Damn. Tore the sutures. Of all the times, the worst of the lot within striking distance, and I can't even muster the strength. If it weren't for the third bleeding us, we'd be the end of you. Virgila's treachery nearly cost Lord Quintus his life. But we made our escape, took shelter in a mansion, tended to the wounded as we prepared to strike back, and then... night fell and we gathered around the radio, then the roar. The terrible roar. The capital was in chaos, but we were spared. You can call this a mercy, mind intact, but body broken. Soldier name alone. Cut you down where you stand if I could, murderer. Add to it. Oh, cold. This young soldier is on the verge of losing consciousness. Nope. It's you! Moldy cheese! Oh. I served under Lord Gaius of the 14th Legion. I was there on the night the Praetorium fell. You and your adventurers, you killed them. My comrades, my friends, swept them aside in their dozens as though they were nothing to you. Maybe I am too. Just another faceless enemy to be cut down. But it won't be long until our countrymen return. Until you get what you deserve. Mark my words. I mean... I will slaughter more. If needed. I am the butcher. Speak with Alphino. That person's probably dead. Did you learn anything of note? And your findings are consistent with my own. Their plight is desperate indeed. The sick and injured are at greatest risk. Without warmth and proper nutrition, I fear they will soon perish. I realize there is precious little we can do for them at present, but I cannot bear to see them suffer. Please, will you help me tend to them? Ah. Who's there? My eyes. I can't see all that well. Ah, thank you. The numbness has subsided a little, but I know I won't last much longer. We should look to the others who can still fight. Give them my ration. If me going hungry means someone else lives to see another day, so be it. At least I can still serve in that way. Dying. This is dark. Good grief. Good grief. Though those you met fare no better, I was afraid you would say that. I know we were warned against meddling in their affairs, but we can't leave them like this. Perhaps we might gain permission to have the contingent deliver supplies? Quintus had made his feelings on the matter quite clear, but even he must recognize they are not in a position to refuse help. Maybe Julius could persuade him? Though we need to persuade Julius first. Yeah. Well, seen enough. Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families kept, some stored away in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work. Got a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some cerealium set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Could be other refugees, or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are only going to get worse instead of better. If it's cerealium you need, our contingent has secured a ready supply. We can have some sent over. We will not accept your charity. If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. Yeah, you'll all be dead. Don't need any supplies. One of your comrades mentioned something along those lines. Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hidden man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bastard's words, loyal servants of the Telephoroi. I didn't see what he said. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We'd identified the seat of the enemy's power, we realized. Lord Quintus dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion saying as much, and instructing them to join forces with the provincial legions to prepare for a combined assault on the Telephoroi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills, and we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. How do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. You need help now. Say the word and we will bring you cerealium. I will speak with Lord Quintus. Wow, that was hard. So, did he agree to? No, he will not place Garlemald in the debt of her enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for cerealium outside. As you are under my watch, you will come with me. Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. Once we are outside, you will follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. His parked materials. Julius finds himself in the somewhat bizarre position of leading ambassadors of an enemy contingent on a salvage mission. We will begin our search for Ceruleum in Rio Urbanisiyama. First location is Forum Solus, a park in the northwest of the station. You should remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Nope, that was the wrong button. It's quite funny. What level are you? 90? Ugh. I need caffeine. Let's see if there's anything close. Northwest. Okay. Well, we're heading that way. Unlock, please. Thank you. Oh, I see it. So this is the park. Surprised they found the space for one amongst all these buildings. Actually, the recreational areas came first. The houses were later built around them. A healthy society requires communal spaces for children to play and adults to socialize. This park was named after the founding father of the empire, the great Solus Zoscalvus. Did we come to extract ceruleum from the wrecked Magitech armor? No, we've already drained it dry. Same goes for the rest of the mechana in the vicinity, machina. But as our ceruleum has been stolen, we must scour the city for every last drop. And while I don't expect to find anything here, I've decided to try one more time, in case something has been overlooked. I see. Then with your permission, we will commence the search. Bobble, 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 bobble. Shop counter. Is that really a shop counter? Though rather small by Garlean standards, the structure is reminiscent of a merchant's stall. Perhaps it was built for children to play at shopkeeper. Oh. There is nothing inside resembling Magitech or any of the devices that would be fueled by ceruleum. Several points of interest are marked on the map of Forum Solus. The pawn, children's play areas. To your knowledge, however, none would require the use of ceruleum. War Machina wreckage. Sightseeing spot. Curious inspection of the wrecked magic armor confirms that the fuel canisters have long since been drained of ceruleum, as Julius said. Get that XP. Contraption is built in the style of Imperial War Machina, armed with a battery of weapons and capable of transforming into different configurations. But upon closer inspection, it appears to be no more than a children's slide. What? Why would you phrase it that way? That's so weird. How deep is this? Relatively. Oh, it's you. Any luck? Nada. There's no sign of any ceruleum. Hold on a second. What day is today? Saturday. Hardly surprising, but disappointing nonetheless. Oh, yeah, that's right. February has 28 days in it. I don't know what I was thinking. Couldn't help noticing you gazing at the pond. Is something the matter? What? Yes, I mean, no, I'm... I used to bring my brother and sister here. The pond was heated to stop it from freezing over. So like all the other children, they just had to wade in and splash about. Would have stayed there if I didn't drag them out. They'd be sopping wet when all was said and done. Every time. And every time, when we'd get home, Mother would scold us, saying we'd catch our death walking around like that. The pond was heated. Oh! The pond has ceruleum. With a ceruleum-powered heater by chance? I suppose it must have been. Come to think of it, I remember seeing engineers changing out a tank beneath a hatch. That was a long time ago, when the water still flowed clear and wasn't this brackish muck. Can't see a thing, and I can't remember where the hatch might be. With the machinery most likely broken, the amount of filth in there is probably the only reason it hasn't frozen over. Wager it's still unbearably cold, though. Julius, what are your thoughts on magic? The average Garling would jump out of their skin if they saw it. The first has a few foreign signiferi and medici, so it doesn't scare me. Then I take it you won't mind if I employ a little now. Alpinode, if you have a knack for finding dry wood, why don't you bring me some? Once that's done, a blast of her fire should do the trick. Leave it to me. You're not planning to go in there, are you? Of course I am. That tank isn't going to fetch itself. Nothing so involved as extracting unprocessed ceruleum from a frozen lake, like how the tappers do it. We're talking about a shallow pond in a park. We have a way of warming ourselves up after. But that's insane. So, fancy a dip? Of course. Step aside while I drink the pond dry. That way we'll find it in no time. That may be the stupidest thing I've heard in a while. And that's saying something considering who my brother is. I can't fault your enthusiasm though. Let's do it my way first, and if that doesn't work, perhaps then you can try your method. With Alphinode's help. Alrighty, time to look. Oh, of course you're gonna give me a cheat sheet, basically. You delve into the murky water, but come up empty-handed. To add injury to insult, the icy wind on your damp clothing chills you to the bone. Okay. Honestly, the heater... I'm gonna say it's over here. No? I bet it's always the last place you look. Yeah, unless it's back here for everyone else that does this. Beneath the water, your fingers catch on what you might think by a handle. Think what? What you think is a handle. I'm gonna say that because my brain is not working. What am I? What? You open the hatch and retrieve a cerulean tank. Is there supposed to be something in my hand? Because there was nothing. However, your grand discovery comes at a great personal cost. As you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and a rancid odor emanating from every ilm of your body, Julius will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver to him your prize. Did you find anything? Hope you did. Yeah, I found the septic tank. Brought it back for you. That's it! And there's still some ceruleum left. Ah, the fire's still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alpha No a head. Oh, what a gentleman. Call me an old Dolan, because by fire I am reborn. And my clothes are mostly dry now, too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd take the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. If you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did. Not far from here. Hold on. Oh, got a notification from my security system. That was weird. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, but for his contributions to the Empire awarded... Oh, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded an estate. We lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine, and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat, and sitting down for a hot meal with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song. Of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass make its triumphant return. Gray clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we'd climb to the top of the tallest building we could find to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble. Those friends dead. And those memories... But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had... Soon, our chance will come. We just need to hold out a little longer. Very, very morbid. And scarily timed that I'm playing it now. No good deed. Now that the fire's burned out, Julius is ready to move on. Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park. Is there anything? Nope. Let's unlock this part of the map real quick. Hopefully it unlocks the whole corner. Yep. Okay, gonna be this way. West to west. that it's up, though. As you can see, this place is littered with the remnants of various types of war machina. While my comrades and I are already recovered tanks from the less damaged units, those that took a more severe beating are harder to scavenge. We decided to save those for another time, the time being now. Rather than prize them apart piece by piece, it would be quicker to remove the outer casing using compact explosives. With luck, we'll gain access to the tanks without rupturing them. Though the force generated by these devices is relatively weak, I advise you stand well clear to avoid being hit by any shrapnel. Before even bothering, though, you should check the machine's ceruleum gauge to see if there's any left. It should still provide an accurate reading even when the unit itself is intact. Inactive. Good grief. Give me a second. I'm gonna chug some caffeine. Whoa. Coming up on hour 7 of this stream here today. If the gauge is broken, I'll let you decide whether to use an explosive or not. Should you need more, come to me. Well, I might as well just do all of them, just in case. Understood. Let's get to work. It has nothing to do with the fact that I just want to blow shit up. According to ceruleum gauge, this unit's full tank is empty. Well, then never mind. Wait. Oh yeah, it was up to me. It was up to me. That's right. Maybe it's broken. Boom. It was completely empty. I tried. No way to determine. Well, here's a way to determine. It was completely empty. Well, now I need more. Give me more. A fair amount of explosives to spare today, but tomorrow is another story. We can't afford to waste them on units with nothing to... Oh. Oh, now I feel bad. Just wasting explosives. Okay, never mind. I'm not doing that then. No way to determine. Well... let's hope these two have some in it. No way. No way. It's empty. Not even no way. Is this how it's gonna be for all of them? Am I not gonna find a single one that works? Oh, it appears I won't. Okay. It's empty, so this one was the one that we couldn't tell. Apple, okay. Well, I know that one's empty. Oh. Never mind. It's just telling me to come bring it to him. I was gonna go try and get you more, buddy, but okay. More explosive? Wait, is that what I think it is? Yup. You've done it again! Truly, luck is on your side. With this, we should be able to refuel quite a few of our heaters. It's time we headed back. Wait here while I go and see how Alizé and Alpha No are faring. I misspelled that. That's faring. Can't read it all right now, but I could sell that. Good grief.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen.
Okay.
After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of our scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
I miss you, Thancred. Help.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Seems much emptier.
Oh, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humour. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Like a lion's mane.
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
I hope not. No one's behind me, just me.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eulus spoke?
Oh, it's Euless, not Julius.
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alize are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have
Really?
relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done,